Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. There we go, there we go, there we go. Just a quick trip. When you're doing a green screen, one of the things that you can do so you don't look like you're disappearing on the screen is to make sure that you have the majority of the light in front of you, not behind you or above you, because like if it's above you, sometimes it'll make you fade out. So I should say most of your light should be in front of you so it faces on you and lights up the a green screen in the back. If you have it above you or behind you, it's going to make it disappear. So there's a green screen tip for you. And for those of you that want to know what I'm talking about, this entire wall behind me is painted with chroma green paint. So I can use that for my green screen here in my office. And I can put whatever graphic or logo I want up to on the back. Anyway, so I just thought I'd share that. I know a lot of people are jumping into the green screen thing. And if that's something you're going to do, just make sure you have the light in front of you and not above you, and that it is a lot of light. It can't just be natural light, but you need to have actually have a fluorescent bar up here that really helps a lot. And I've got another fluorescent ring over here. If I need to kill the shadows from that side, I can turn that on as well. Hey, Subette, welcome. Thanks for swinging by. So three things really quick, three statements, three word tracks that you can use that'll help clarify what's going on and help clarify communications. Because if you're not communicating correctly, or if you're assuming that the person that you're talking to knows what you're talking about, you may lose a sale. So we're going to throw these out here. These are word tracks that I use all the time, and it will really help clarify. And these word tracks can be used in any kind of conversation you have, whether it's a relationship conversation, a sales conversation, whatever it is. These will really help improve your communication. So let me explain. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. And like I said, I am a coach. I coach entrepreneurs and network marketers on how to be better business owners. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. And I hope you are too. So check this out. So three things that you can say. And one thing is always, for example, this is what brought this up this morning, and someone had put in our group is, how do you respond when somebody gives you the thumbs up? Now, I used to hate that, like, what the hell does that mean, right? What does that mean? What does it mean when you get a thumbs up? So what I did was, luckily I have a mentor and a coach, which is really cool. And he assumes that means yes. So I wanted to go down a little bit deeper rabbit hole to make sure. So my phrase, when I get a thumbs up, when somebody sends me a thumbs up reply, rather than some people assume that it just means, yes, I got your message. Other people assumes a yes. Other people thinks it's the finger, whatever. So my reply back is, and this is the first statement that you can use, is to clarify, right? To clarify, you would like me to send you the information, correct? So if you start a statement off, if you get something that's a little bit, I think the word's ambiguous, or has some ambiguity and you're not quite sure what they mean, say to clarify, right? Say what's in your head. To clarify, you want me to do X, or to clarify what you're saying is X, or to clarifying this is how we need to proceed. Right? Use that word to clarify, right? Can you clarify for me? Is this what you mean? Right? Any type of word like that, you're communicating back to them. Remember, two-way communication can do a lot for improving your business and moving you on to the next step. Another way that you can say that, now, of course, on the thumbs up, you can't really repeat that back with another thumbs up. That would make sense. But statement number two is, let me repeat back so I fully understand. And what you say back to them is exactly what you said. Now, one of the things that I do when I'm in a prospecting, if I send a prospecting message and they send a prospecting message back to me that might be a little bit negative, I'll take exactly what they just said and I'll repeat it back to them with a follow-up question, right? And the reason I repeat it back to them is because I want them to see and possibly hear. Now, if I'm talking to them on the phone and they hear that, a lot of times they sound silly and they'll even giggle. No, that's not what I meant. A lot of times people think unconsciously or speak unconsciously, and they'll say stuff that is trigger words. They're triggered to say instantly say no. Very, very important that you communicate back to them. So let me repeat back so I fully understand. And you repeat back word for word what they said, right? Word for word what they said. And you said, is that correct? Right? And then just wait for their response. So that's the second thing you say. And the third thing is a directional statement. When you're moving people through maybe your decision process or through the sales process, you can say this either way. What we need to do next is, right? What we need to do next is, or our next step is, right? What we need to do next is, or our next step is. So you're letting them know you're taking control, you're the leader, and you're moving them to the next step. And that's what I do when I'm going through the sales process. I always communicate to my customers, here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to go do this, and then I'm going to come back and do this. And I don't ever leave them wondering like, okay, what's happening, right? So here's what's going to happen next, right? Get the application from them. Here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take this, we're going to put that in there, then we're going to wait a little bit. If you need something, I'll be right back to check on you. If I need some additional information, I'm going to come and get it for you. And I constantly communicate with them and keep them at the same level of what I'm doing. There's not anything that I do during that process that they don't know what I'm doing. If they see me get up and walk away from them, they know why I'm going over to do something. Hey, if I'm going to grab this information, I'm going to go put this in the system so that we can go ahead and get you sent over to the bank. Right? It's a process. I tell them every single thing, what I'm going to do next, what we need to do next. What's going to happen next is I'm going to go print out this pile of paperwork, and we're going to get what I call the pre-paperwork done. We're going to have you, I'm going to go over some notifications and some information that we're legally have to share with you, and we're going to go over each form and get your initials on it so that you have that, and we'll make sure that we get copies of everything when you're done. Fair? And I go back and I let them know. Then I come back, hey, this is the paper I said, this is our primer paperwork. We're going to get this all signed for you. We'll go through this. Once this is done, what we're going to do next is get it loaded up. We'll get you in line to go in and see the finance manager, the business manager. Business manager is going to go over things like, warranties and so on and so forth. I walk them through the process of everything that's going on, what the next step is, right? He's going to come out, once I get this in there, he's going to come out and do a little pre-interview with you, ask you a couple of quick questions to make sure that everything that we put on here is correct. Then he's going to go back and get some stuff put in the system. Then he'll come back out and get you. Then you'll go in and meet with the business manager. Once you meet with the business manager, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking your vehicle back to get it all cleaned up and washed in detail. And after that, we're going to go through and get you set up to get you rocking and rolling and get you on the road. That's the process, right? I tell them every single thing that I'm doing. The same thing in my network marketing business is when we're walking through the process, I tell them, for example, I just got a lead that came in last night. He said, blah, blah, he had watched the presentation already. And I said, and I asked him questions. What do you like most about what you saw? What kind of additional questions do you have? How would you like to move forward from here? What I suggest, and I said, what I suggest we do next is get you on a live presentation that starts at 7 p.m. this evening. Would you be able to attend? It'll get all the additional questions answered. Is that something you'd like to do? And he said, sure, send me the link. So I told him what the next step in the process was, right? I just didn't leave him hanging and just say, hey, what do you like to do next? I said, to get your questions answered, I said, what additional questions? What did you like most about what you saw? What additional questions do you have? Because I know he has questions. And I said, what we probably need to do next to get those questions answered is get you on a live. I just already assumed to know that, right? Would you like to attend? He said yes. So I know that he has questions that I don't have to answer because I'm using the tools, right? This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. And I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.